Because every single time, I swear, we leave for a trip, I get DMs and messages. What do you pack for Zaire when you guys go on a trip? What are your must-haves? What are your tips and tricks? I'm so nervous to fly with a baby, and I'm here to relieve you of all the stress and really give you the rundown on what I think are must-haves when traveling with a baby. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I feel like this video has been long overdue because me and Zaire and my husband have been on so many flights, and it's taken me this long to make this video for you guys. Because every single time, I swear, we leave for a trip, I get DMs and messages. What do you pack for Zaire when you guys go on a trip? What are your must-haves? What are your tips and tricks? I'm so nervous to fly with a baby, and I'm here to relieve you of all the stress and really give you the rundown on what I think are must-haves when traveling with a baby. So since we're heading to California today, I have Zaire's luggage open, and I have all the things I need to pack inside of it in front of me. So we're gonna jump right into it. So first things first. Food. I know that this is a stressful topic for a lot of parents. Some moms are nursing, some moms are exclusively pumping, some moms are doing formula, all the good things. What I like to try to do is calculate the amount of formula that I need to make it through the trip, and then I like to add, like, let's say probably 30 more ounces on top of that, just so you have some type of cushion. The one thing that you don't want to run out of is formula. So I always will pack some formula into our carry-on, and then I also will pack some into our checked bag. That way, in case our checked bag gets lost, we're pretty much covered and everything is in our carry-on. So I just put the extras in the checked bag, and then everything is going to go into your carry-on so that you don't lose any formula along the way, because that's one of the hardest things to adjust with when it comes to having a baby is formula. If you're nursing or pumping, lucky for you, you can just bring your pump parts, you can just nurse on the go, and you can store your milk in an ice chest, and you'll have no problem traveling with that through the airport. The other thing that we love traveling with is pouches, okay? So you're gonna wanna carry a ton of food when you go onto the plane, so make sure that you have a ton of pouches. You could also do puffs. We like to do a mix of the two of these, so we have our puffs and our pouches that we like to carry in our carry-on, and then we like to also put some in our checked bag so that we have extras when we arrive at our destination. These things are pretty easy to buy no matter where you're going, so if you're going for an extra long trip, don't stress about having the right amount of this. Bring the right amount for maybe the first 4 or 5 days, and when you get there, you can always buy more pouches or more puffs, and it's not really a stressful thing. Almost everywhere you're traveling to, I'm sure will have something similar to this, and unless your baby is super picky, I would not stress about this part. The next thing that you're gonna really need when it comes to food is a good washing station kit. We got this one off of Amazon. It's super easy. It just opens up. It has a little tube that you can put your soap into. It comes with some scrubbies of different sizes, so that you can wash all the different types of bottle parts or whatever, pump parts, anything that you need, and it just literally closes right up. We have used this one literally for the last 8 months, and we even bought another one because we love it so much. So you definitely need some type of washing station. If you do not bring something like this, washing bottles and pump parts will be very hard to do because they won't dry as fast if they don't have something to hang on. So highly recommend traveling with something like this. This is something that you can honestly just put in your checked bag because it doesn't necessarily need to be on you until you arrive at your destination. So when it comes to bibs, Zaire really does not like wearing a bib. He honestly feels like it's just something that he can play with. So we really opted out on just having, when we were in Europe, we were literally just taking off his top and letting him eat literally shirtless because it was just so hot there. But you may want to think about getting some disposable bibs for vacation just for your convenience. They're super easy. They just stick onto the baby's clothes, and a lot of them are biodegradable too as well. So disposable bib will save you the troubles of having to worry about washing another thing or staining anything. This is just super easy to use. So having these might save you some time and stress. Another really cool gadget that we found on Amazon are these little pouch toppers. These basically go on the top of any pouch. They fit almost every single pouch I've ever used. I've never ran into one that it didn't fit. and it will make sure that your baby doesn't squeeze their pouch all over themselves. So putting one of these in your diaper bag will definitely save you the stress of making a mess with a baby pouch. We like to travel with probably 2 of these. That way we can just keep them on rotation. And then lastly, we always travel with 2 spoons. You never know when you might get in a situation where you're served something and you wish that you had a spoon, but all the spoons are like metal. So having 2 like silicone spoons that are really easy to just wipe off and throw back in the diaper bag. We always like to travel with 2, so again, we can keep them on rotation. Okay, now we need to talk about changing your baby, because I know that's a huge topic. Are we gonna have enough diapers? Should I have a changing pad? What type of wipes should I bring? This is what we like to do. So basically, I will travel with 3 different types of diapers. These are all Huggies diapers. I have a regular everyday diaper, then I have overnight diapers, and then I have a swim diaper, because I feel like on vacation, you're always gonna go for a swim. These ones, again, your baby can pee through these, so just make sure that you're putting them right on before you hop into the pool. We love these little swimmer diapers. Your overnight diapers, these are gonna be great for your plane ride, okay? So using one of these is going to make sure that your baby doesn't pee through their diaper, and you don't have to be as stressed about checking their diaper as much, because this is something that they wear overnight. And I highly suggest you just putting this on your baby the moment you guys get to the airport. This will save you the stress of freaking out about a baby peeing through their diaper. So love these overnight diapers from Huggies, highly recommend. And then you have just your regular everyday diaper that you can use basically once you get to your destination. Now I know you're wondering, how many diapers do I need? Now the best thing about diapers is that you can buy them at your location. So don't think about, oh my God, how many diapers? Let me calculate. Diapers do take up a lot of space in your suitcase. So the best thing to do is probably pack diapers for the first 4 to 5 days, 4 to 6 days. And then if you guys need more, I'm sure you can find a local pharmacy or store, and they'll have plenty of diapers for you to choose from. That's what we did in Europe, and that saved a ton of space for us in our bag. Okay, now let's talk about wipes. So I'm a wipe girl. I have a wipe for everything. So we have our Skin Essentials Huggy wipes. These are Zaire's diaper wipes. Again, wipes are something that you can definitely buy at your location, so don't stress. We typically have 1 full pack in our checked bag, and then we have 1 full pack in our diaper bag. And then if we need more, we buy more when we get to our location. And then we got all the wipes for all the things. So we have our wet one wipes. This is to wipe down like any type of thing that needs to be like sanitized. So for instance, if you get a high chair in a public place, you might want to wipe this down. When you get on the plane, you might want to use one of these to wipe down the plane with. So we're going to use these basically to sanitize areas, large areas. Then we have our Boogie hand wipes. These are to wipe down Zaire's little paws, because your baby will be touching everything. So I use this to wipe down his face. I use this to wipe down his hands, just to keep him super clean from to and from and all the things that your toddler baby's gonna be getting into. These Boogie wipes are everything. I swear by them. And then last but not least, we have the Dapple Baby. These are their all-purpose on-the-go wipes. So these are great for pacifiers, for toys, gosh, I don't even know, for his spoon after he uses it, anything like that. This is a great sanitizing wipe for all baby things. So really love these. This is like my wipe supply. I travel with these everywhere. So we always like to make sure that our wipes are put into a Ziploc. Sometimes wipes can leak, and there's nothing worse than opening your luggage and just there being white stuff everywhere. So we always make sure that we pack it in a nice Ziploc. And then I will always make sure that I have all 3 of these full pack in my checked bag. And then I also put this exact same thing into my diaper bag, because these are a little bit harder to find on the go, specifically these ones. So I like to make sure that I just have enough for the entire time that I'm gonna be there. When it comes to changing your baby, so we all love one of these, a nice reusable changing pad. Now I think this one from Ubi is amazing. It folds up really nicely. It's like super small and thin, so it really doesn't take up that much space. But there's nothing worse than having a blowout and then having a situation on something like this when you're out and about. So when it comes to my reusable changing pad, I'm gonna leave this one in the hotel. I like to create some type of changing station in the hotel. This will be my stationary changing station. However, when we are out and about, going through the airport or out and about on vacation, I'm using doggy pads, okay? Because I do not want to have a blowout situation that I have to now wipe down my baby and a changing mat. It's just too much for me. So these little dogging pads, I know you can get them at Target. You can get them, honestly, you can get them at a lot of places. You can get them at PetSmart, Petco, whatever. These things are a lifesaver. They come in multiple sizes, so even if you have a toddler, you could get a bigger size than this. And having these will just take away the stress. So if you don't make a mess on these, yeah, reuse them a few times. If you do make a mess on them, throw it away. You won't feel bad about it. So what we like to do is have a few of these in our actual diaper bag, and then we'll put a whole bunch into our checked bag, because these will save you the stress of having a mess on the go. But you want to do both. Stationary, on the go. Thank me later. So let's talk about our sleeping situation with our baby. So I feel like a lot of people don't know this, but when you go to a hotel, you can always ask for a crib. You can just add on a crib to your room, and a lot of the times they have a pack and play right there ready for you to use. So ask, don't stress about bringing your own pack and play. If you feel weird about that, you can pack your own crib sheet and just use your crib sheet. You can wipe down the pack and play, use your own crib sheet, and it's good as new. But what I will say about, let's say you're going to an Airbnb, or let's say you're going to a friend's house for a vacation, what do I do about my kid? There's a really, really cool app. In fact, I just used it in Sacramento. It's called Baby Quip. I'll put the icon right here. And I have a code for you, Tanya Marie, all caps, that will get some money off for you. But literally, it has saved my life. So we're going to Sac for 2 weeks, and we're staying with our parents, Zair's grandparents, and they don't have a ton of baby stuff. So I was like, okay, what do I need? I was like, okay, I need a pack and play. I need a slumber pod. I need a high chair. I would like some toys. I want some I want like a walker for him, but I don't want to buy all these things, and they don't need to buy these things because he's only going to be there for a little bit. So I went on to Baby Quip, and the address where I was staying, and then a whole bunch of profiles came up. I was able to search through their profiles. I was able to find a profile that I liked of someone that had all the equipment that I need. I put in a little order. I put the dates of when I'm going to be there and when I'm going to leave, and I basically placed an order, and all the stuff will be waiting for me when I get there. So that saved me a ton of stress. Now I don't have to pack toys. Now I don't have to worry about his sleeping situation. Now I don't have to worry about his high chair situation. I don't have to pack all this gear. So that has saved me probably 5 or 6 times when it comes to travel. Baby Quip. I've even used it in Mexico. I swear by this app so much that I went and got you guys a promo code. Because it was like, listen, every mom needs to know about this, because there's nothing worse than feeling like, how am I going to entertain my baby or take care of my baby when I get to my destination? And they have saved me over and over again. When it comes to your crib situation, that's definitely a solution. One thing that I swear by is this freaking slumber pod. I have 2. I just bought another one because I just literally am obsessed with them, and they had one that came out with a fan, and I just felt like I needed that too. But this slumber pod, if your baby is someone that has a routine of sleeping in the dark, and if there's even a peep of light, they're not going to get good rest, this is literally for you. Zaire has some of his best naps and best sleep when we use this thing. I honestly wish we could use this in his room, which we probably could, because it literally blacks everything out. It's basically a tent, and I can put a photo here of some of the times that we've used it. It goes over the pack and play, and basically it just blacks it all out for you. And then it has some pockets at the top of it that you can place your camera in, so that you can have your camera and you can see in. And the newer ones have a fan, so you can really temperature control the entire tent too as well. But we never go anywhere without traveling with this. Even if I'm going to a friend's house and I'm like, my baby's gonna need to take a nap there, bet I'm gonna pack my pack and play and this, and I never have to worry about, is Zaire gonna get good sleep, because this has solved all of my stress when it comes to that. This is a great investment, and just invest in it right off the bat. You're going to love her. I have never heard of someone using her and hating her. So worth every single penny. Now, I've done some testing on what's the best camera to use with that specific slumber pod, and hands down, you're going to want this camera. I have paired these two. It's a really cheap camera off of Amazon. It's called the Hello Baby. This thing is so awesome. The camera is able to move wherever you want. It's a black and white camera. It comes with a little screen, so it's not gonna be on your phone. And for vacation, I don't really need phone access because typically in vacation, we're not going too far from where Zaire is sleeping. So it just has a little screen, super easy. You just plug it in, they connect, and the sound and everything is just great. Super affordable camera, baby camera, super easy to travel with. Again, not Wi-Fi enabled, so it's going to work anywhere that you go. This paired with the Slumber Pod, you're unstoppable. This is the best duo that I've ever had. So yeah, highly, highly recommend this camera with the Slumber Pod, or this camera. Even if you're not doing the Slumber Pod, you would love this on vacation because again, not Wi-Fi enabled, guaranteed to work, super easy. You just plug it in, she's ready to go. The next item that I think you need for sleeping because listen, if your baby is getting good naps and good sleep on vacation, you're just gonna be 10 times happier, is gonna be the travel hatch. My travel hatch is downstairs attached to his Duna, but I'm gonna put her right here. The travel hatch has been the best thing ever because again, it is chargeable, so you don't have to have her plugged in. She's on the go, she's super tiny, and she has multiple settings. You can do white noise, you can do lullabies, you could do rain, shushing sounds, everything. So if you pair the Slumber Pod, the travel hatch, and the Hello Baby all together, your baby is getting fantastic sleep. So we really, really love our travel hatch for on the go. Typically we keep it attached to our Duna in case we're in the car and we need to kind of, you know, let Zaire drift off. We'll put on some shushing noises or things like that. So we make sure that our travel hatch is actually going to be either on our Duna or in our diaper bag, because that thing can literally save us, has saved us over a number of times. So love the travel hatch. Okay, another electronic that we really like is this like thermometer, this room temperature reader. I'm obsessed with this because it tells you the humidity and it also tells you the temperature of the room. So a lot of the times when we've traveled, the rooms are kind of funky when you look at like the thermostat. It doesn't really tell you what it actually is in the room, and you're like, no, there's no way it's 70 in here because it feels like 80. So with this, we can always make sure that the room is at a good temperature for Zaire to sleep at. We know that he typically likes to sleep from anywhere from 72 degrees Fahrenheit to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If it is hotter than that or colder than that, Zaire's not getting good sleep. That is the perfect temperature for him to get a good night's rest. So having something like this in the room that he is sleeping in, no matter where we at, just helps us know like, okay, everything's good in here. Also humidity, making sure that that's in a good range, all of that stuff. This is super easy and small, and it literally charges itself. So I think it's battery actually. Yeah, it takes one AAA battery. So we have a few of these. We have one in his room even still, and then we have one that we travel with. So this is the one that we travel with, and this just gives you a level, I think, of comfort and just, you know, double checking that everything is good and ready for your baby. So love her. Another electronic that we always travel with is this really fun fan. It has multiple settings, it's chargeable. There's nothing worse than your baby getting hot. And if you know that the destination that you're going to is going to be hot, this might be something that you want to pack into your actual carry-on. Sometimes when you get on planes or things like that and it's just like hot and musty and you're just like, oh my god, my baby's freaking out, this could be something that you could whip out and use. But if you're not going to a super hot destination, you could probably put this in your check bag and just use it when you get to your destination. But always have some type of travel fan with you. There's been so many times where I've been wearing Zaire out and about and he's trying to take a nap, but he's kind of fussy because it's kind of hot, and I just kind of fan him, and the next thing you know, the kid is passed out. So she has saved me, and me and her are besties, and I love her. Okay, let's talk about toiletries next. So I typically have a huge bag, Ziploc full of toiletries for Zaire because he needs all the things, just like we do. So I always have like a nice bristled brush for him so he can do his hair. Also, we'll pack with like an empty spray bottle because this is typically how I style his hair. You could put a little conditioner in here and water, and then I'll kind of just spray his hair and then brush it out. So I love to travel with these two things. Any spray bottle will work. I always take our sunscreen. This is definitely my favorite one for Zaire. It doesn't leave a white cast. It actually leaves his skin pretty glowy and nice. So we really, really love her. Some type of diaper rash cream, you're gonna want that. Your baby's skin is sensitive, so depending on the climate and the different temperature changes based off of one destination to the other, your baby skin could have a reaction. So always make sure that you have some type of diaper rash cream. This one is Honest. Honestly, any of them will work. We always travel with baby Aquaphor. This is good for any like hive outbreak or dry skin or anything. We honestly use this on him every night, so we always travel with her. Some body wash. We also have a foaming dish bottle soap. Have that for washing his bottles and everything. We also have an SPF stick. This is really good for Zaire's face. He doesn't like people touching his face, but if we do the stick, for some reason he's cool with it, so we use this on his face and then this on his body. We always travel with baby Tylenol, okay? You never know if your baby's gonna get uncomfortable, so traveling with baby Tylenol I just feel like is a must. This lotion into a little on-the-go bottle. We always have a comb. We also have a little baby butt spatula. This just is like for putting any Aquaphor or diaper cream so you don't have to get your hands dirty. We have one of those. And then last but not least, the freaking nose Frida. This thing has saved us also on a ton of trips because, again, when you move from one destination to another, your baby's nose and their sinuses can get really stuffy. So having a nose Frida with us has saved us so many times of letting us get out Zaire's snot when he's a little bit uncomfortable so he can get better sleep or better naps. So highly recommend traveling with some type of nose Frida or snot sucker. The nose Frida just works really well for us, so we love it. So next thing that you need to pack is clothes and outfits, which are my favorite part of packing for Zaire because I just love putting together his vacation looks. So what I'll actually do is use a packing cube to pack his stuff, and then I basically will do two separate packing cubes. So I'll do one packing cube for like sleepies. So that would be any footsie pajamas and any onesies and any sleep sacks. I'll use one packing cube for that. And then in another packing cube, I'll put all of his fun day outfits. So like two-piece sets, like anything that I know is gonna be like a vibe or an outfit. I want them separate from like his everyday comfy loungewear, kind of like I would pack my own stuff anyways. And that really helps me on vacation when it comes to finding things for Zaire. Like I know that his onesies and footsies and sleep sacks are in one place. So I like to have onesies for him in the morning when we wake up and we're just playing in the room, because babies tend to wake up at 7:30 or 7 a.m. and you're not really taking them out and about at that time unless you're grabbing like a quick breakfast or something like that, and a onesie is perfect for that. And I like having his footsie PJs and sleep sacks together because I know every night we're gonna be using one of those. And then I have his cute outfits together. That way every day I can kind of look through there the night before, figure out, okay, what does Zaire want to wear tomorrow? What do we want to wear tomorrow? And kind of coordinate. So that's how I kind of separate and pack his clothes. When it comes to the amount of clothes that you're bringing, I always say more is better. And the reason I say this is because your baby is going to get messy. And if you're packing the exact clothes for the exact amount of days, you're going to be doing some laundry on vacation. Now that is totally fine, but just think about how many days you're there. So let's say, for example, you're there for 4 days. If I was going on a vacation for 4 days, I would probably pack 8 footsie like sleepers. I would probably pack 4 sleep sacks, and then I probably would pack maybe 5 onesies. And the reason I'm saying that is because your baby can pee through their pajamas at night and pee through their sleep sack at night. That does happen every once in a while, so just being prepared for that. And when it comes to onesies, in the morning, if you're going to breakfast, they may spill on them, they may get something on them. So those are really things that like you just want to have a little bit of extra because again, things happen. And then when it comes to like the fun clothes, it's really up to you. I always say pack like 3 days extra, again, because your kid can get messy, but I always like to pack a couple onesies in my diaper bag in case we have an accident on the go or anything like that. I could just throw him in a onesie and he's good to go. So that's kind of what I like to do with clothes. As far as shoes, I'll typically pack 3 to 4 pairs of shoes. So for Sacramento, because it's summertime right now, I'm bringing his little water shoes. We always bring these on every vacation. They're super light and breathable, and they're really nice for Zaire to walk with because they're very, very flexible. So we love these ones. I got these off at Amazon. And then he loves his Crocs. These are like the easiest shoes for us to put onto Zaire, and he just recently started to fit them. So we're bringing his Crocs. They're really easy to just slide on and then put over his heel like this, and they're super light. So he's not really bothered by them. And then We also have his little baby Carter like knockoff Birkenstocks. These are so cute, super light as well. So we're bringing 3 sandals and then we'll bring 1 pair of tennis shoes. It's summertime. These are just great walking shoes. So in case, like for instance, we're going up to a cabin, so we know that we need something a little bit more durable. These are super bendable, and I got these off of Amazon as well. So those are the 4 pairs of shoes that we're packing for this trip. But again, try to bring a pair of shoes that you can interchange out with all the outfits. That way, you know, you're not stressed about having all these shoes that take up space. It doesn't really matter. And then I'll just put them in some type of bag like this, because again, shoes are kind of gross, to keep them separate from all his clothes. So highly recommend using packing cubes when you're packing for your baby. It will help you compartmentalize everything in the bag, and also it will help you stay organized on vacation, because you can, everything has a place, and when everything has a place, you're less likely to misplace something or make a mess of your stuff. So that's definitely what I recommend. But that kind of really sums up everything that goes into Zair's checked bag. I know you're wondering, what do you pack in your diaper bag, Tanya? You're not talking about your diaper bag. I actually already made a video on this, so my video for my diaper bag is going to just follow this. We posted it over on TikTok, but it's super in-depth of everything that goes into my diaper bag too as well. Now that we've talked about everything that goes into the checked bag, let's talk about baby carriers and strollers and car seats. So my best advice for you is to invest in a Doona. We have taken our Doona now on over 20 flights. We love our Doona. The reason why we love our Doona is it is a car seat and a stroller in one. So you're really knocking out that need for 2 things in one. And Zaire loves his Doona. That was the stroller that we brought him home, the car seat and stroller that we brought him home from the hospital, and he just literally is obsessed with it. So it's come on every single one of our trips. It's super easy to just put him in it, head him to the airport in his car seat, pop it out in its little stroller, and then we like to typically check it at the gate so that it doesn't get lost between connecting flights and things like that. So we really love our Doona, and we highly recommend that it's something that you invest in. You get it if you have one, you're obsessed with her, and if you don't have one, you might be a little skeptical because they're super expensive, but I cannot say enough how much we love our Doona. So a Doona will save you a lot, because otherwise you'd be carrying a car seat and a stroller. Now, something that we've kind of run into maybe in the last 2 months is Zaire really likes to see out, and the Doona is basically looking, your son or your daughter will be looking directly up at you. So if your baby likes to see out and not look at you when they're in their stroller, the Doona might not be the best option for you when you get to your destination if you're going to be doing a lot of walking and exploring in your stroller. If that's not what you're going to be doing, then it doesn't really matter. But for when we went to Italy, something that we really wanted is we wanted to make sure that we had a really good travel stroller, because we were going to be doing a lot of walking, and we wanted to make sure that it wasn't attached to a car seat, because we needed it to be able to break down really easily. We wanted to be able to carry it upstairs and all the things. So we invested in a travel stroller, and we got the Yo-Yo. The Yo-Yo was wonderful in Italy. It was a wonderful travel stroller. It goes in the overhead compartment, which I really loved. And yeah, we took her everywhere. She went through so many different types of terrain. She went through cobblestone. She was like going up on curbs. She was doing parkour all day, and we loved her. So the Yo-Yo, I think we got the Yo-Yo too, was wonderful for travel. So if you're looking for a travel stroller that breaks down, can go in the overhead compartment, highly recommend the Yo-Yo, okay? Okay, so let's talk about baby carriers now. So definitely travel with a baby carrier. They're so great for when your baby wants to be held, but you don't want to hold them and you want to still be hands-free. It's a really easy way for your baby to take a nap on the go too as well, because they still feel like they're close to you and they're being held by you, but really they're just hanging there. So I really love the Nuna Cuddle. And I really love the Ergo Baby. Those are probably my favorite baby carriers that I would recommend, because you can wear them forward facing, you can wear them in, you can wear them on your back. Really great back support. That was really big for me. My baby is over 20 pounds now, so I need all the back support I can get. The straps are super padded and soft. They both come with like a pocket So in the band, so you could put like your wallet there or things like that. And Zaire just loves them. They're very, very comfortable for him. So I highly recommend those 2 baby carriers, and I would never not travel with a baby carrier. A baby carrier will save you. Just travel with a baby carrier at all times. You will use her, and you'll be so thankful that she's with you. So that's what I would do when it comes to car seats, strollers, and baby carriers. Capiche? And I think that's it. Hopefully this was a super helpful video. Just kind of running through everything with you guys. If you guys have any questions about traveling with a baby, please drop them down below. It doesn't even have to be packing related, but I really want to be helpful. I feel like now that Zaire has been on 20 flights, I'm super confident traveling with him, and I cannot believe that he's about to be 1. I'm so happy for him, and we're really excited to go home to California and celebrate his birthday. That is the next vlog, so get excited. And why don't you guys guess the theme of his party? I've definitely dropped some hints in this video of what the theme might be for his first birthday. So comment down below what you think the theme will be, because it's about having a time. I kind of went over the top with his birthday. I won't even lie, but would you expect anything less from me? No. So it is what it is. Anyways, I'm about to finish packing up this bag, and we heading to California. See you guys next time. Bye.